Today, I am talking about the only quote unquote personal development hack that I think exists in this world right now. My name is Abby. I'm a comedian and I'm a business owner. And the reason why I'm putting out these kinds of videos as well that aren't even that funny is because in my pursuit of comedy and comedy career and my pursuit of business, it kind of took everything, it requires everything that I could possibly give to become successful. And so, like most people who are in business, they are big into like personal development and all that kind of stuff because it requires the best version of you to actually become successful. If you're a success-minded, growth-oriented person, you have to try a lot of shit. And I've consumed an unbelievable amount of hours of personal development stuff and mindset hacks and all that stuff. Most of it is honestly garbage, but I think all that, like I'm of the camp of the believer of morning routines being an absolute waste of time. I think you just work. There's lots of great stuff, but one thing I found that's actually been like a hack, super beneficial, is journaling, because I think journaling is the most powerful thing that I've added into my life that has the smallest amount of effort to have the most outsized benefit of anything that I've done. Because like, for one, I view journaling as like one of the most effective forms of meditation, right? Like one of the reasons why people meditate is because there is constant input coming in from every direction of the universe, every TV, cell phone, advertisements, life, internal trauma, struggling. There's just constant input, and the brain is just this fucking chaotic thing. And the goal of meditating is to slow your mind, clear your thoughts, get connected to which thoughts are yours, which thoughts are coming from the outside, have some clarity, make some decisions in life, and be able to, and not be so spun out by the world, right? And I find journaling to be like one of the most effective versions of that. I've had these pivotal moments throughout my 20s where I would be kind of like, I'd be stuck in a rut of all my routines where I'm eating shitty food, I'm not working out, I'm being kind of lazy, I'm not writing new jokes, I'm just kind of like, just like nothing's quite, I just feel like I'm tripping over myself every day. I remember one time, it was actually on Christmas Day, I ate a bunch of shitty food, and that night got home, I was out with friends. That night I got home, I just kind of felt shitty, and I pulled out a pen and paper and I just started writing. Also, I'm gonna explain the way I journal too. I think the way I journal is like crazy helpful, and the way I do it, if you try it, hopefully it'll benefit you. So anyways, I get home on Christmas. I'm just kind of feeling like shit. We went to the movie with a bunch of friends. We all went out to dinner. I ate all this junk food. I just felt like fucking gross. And so I started writing and I started journaling. I started asking myself questions and answering those same questions. And I was just letting my thoughts flow. And I started answering all my own questions about why I'm behaving in this certain way and what I can do to change it. And through the process of doing that, I actually found the inspiration. Oddly enough, like I find all the answers I need when I'm journaling. It's like I'm trying to just like channel better thoughts, or I don't know what's going on. But the very next day, I switched up most of my habits and got myself in a better routine. And like everything in life, you can kind of go from being like, it's not permanent. Nothing in life is permanent, but that was a big enough shift. And I had that happen 3 or 4 times. Now I get to the point where I journal pretty much every day. Not only do I journal every day now, but what I do is I'm kind of journaling throughout the day. I have like a notepad on my desk, and I'm just kind of writing down thoughts as I go, making little schedules, making plans. Like I'm just always, I get to take a piece of my mind and put it on the paper in front of me and sort stuff out. I saw this great video this guy was talking about, what's 342 plus 786? Like most people off just their head, that's actually kind of a hard thing to compute. But when you have a pen and paper in front of you, you could actually figure that out pretty easily. Even if you're not that good at math, or it's been a long time since you've done calculations like that, with a pen and paper, you could probably figure that out. And then that's just a simple math equation. So what about all the giant decisions you have to make in life? There's lots of factors that go into that. There's lots of inputs to every decision you want to make. If you have a bigger decision, there's pros and cons lists. Journaling helps you sort that stuff out. And so the way I journal is I got a pen, I got a paper, and I journal with the intention of destroying it after. Because if there's even a 0.01% chance that someone can read it, I'm not going to journal and be as rigorously honest with myself if I thought that somebody else was going to view it. I have to make sure that my intention for the journal is between me and God and the paper, and that's it. And so when I journal, I just flow. I'll flow. I don't worry about spelling. I don't worry about anything. I just try and let my thoughts come out. Because sometimes when you're trying to listen to your brain, there's fucking like 12, at least me, there's like fucking 12 thoughts going in different directions all at once. And so when I'm journaling, I'm slowing it down just enough so that I can articulate what's going on in my head. And I've often found that when I put it on the paper, I have a lot of thoughts that actually play on repeat. And when I put it on paper, those thoughts are acknowledged and they're no longer on repeat, because I have either one, put it on paper, or two, found some clarity around that thought. Sometimes I will write a thought on repeat. I'll write the same sentence 4 or 5 times in a row because I just need to get it out. And I know that sounds crazy. That's why I don't want anyone reading my journal. I'll write the same sentence over and over and over again just to get it out. And that to me reflects my mind. And so I'm clearly obsessing about something. And then when I write it down 4 or 5 times in a row, my brain can no longer obsess about it. So I'm taking all this craziness, I'm putting it on the paper, and I don't know what it is. When I write this way, I come to the conclusion that makes a sense to me. To me, it's like meditation plus a therapist all in one. I'm connected to creativity. I'm connected to something greater than myself, and it's very powerful. And very often at the end, I will take it, I will shred it up, and I'll throw it away. Or if I'm typing is also good too. It doesn't have to be a pen and paper. I sometimes like to type too. I know there's something special about pen and paper, but my hand cramps sometimes, to be honest with you. Typing's also great. I'll type out, there's times I have resentment towards people, and I'm like fucking angry. I'll type out a message, I'll write a letter to that person as angry as I can, and then I'll just delete it. It just helps me articulate it, because sometimes I'm having these arguments in my head with people, and I just need to get it on paper just so I can sort it out, so I can sort my thoughts, and I'll just delete it, and then oddly enough, it just releases. So the benefit is I get more mental clarity, which is nice. And then I also, just my thoughts and my day are organized. I wake up. And so if you want to talk about a morning routine, a good morning routine is before you start working, wake up, grab a coffee, whatever, sit down, journal for 5 minutes, talk about what's going on in your head and what you need to get done today and how you're going to get it done. That to me isn't like a morning routine. That's just basic functioning as a human. And that's a one-on-one meeting. That is a board meeting with yourself. That is a coaching session with yourself. That's just you getting in touch with yourself, going, okay, how are we feeling today? What's going on? All right, we're gonna put that aside. We're gonna do this. And now I'm organized, my day can be drastically improved just by sitting down and writing. It's the benefits of it are so outsized. It's crazy. Not every journaling session is going to be amazing. Not everything's going to be profound, but just using the pen and paper, just just takes the weight off your mind a lot. So if I was to pick one thing that I had to keep, one tool to add to my mental toolbox, I would keep journaling. I think it is the most effective, the most profound. I've found answers. If you guys have had a similar experience to it, let me know in the comments. If you haven't done it, try it for a week and then let me know if that's helped you. Try it one time. That's the thing. Maybe I'll end the video with this. Try it one time. If you haven't done it, block some time, turn off your phone, put the phone in the other room, have your iPad, have your laptop, have a pen and paper, it doesn't matter, and just sit there and just let it out. Treat it like an indulgence. Treat it like, oh, I get to treat it as like a person that is never not going to judge you or talk back. Just like let it out. There's something so cathartic about it. And I really feel like if you do it and you do it earnestly, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I don't think I am, because I've told other people to do it and they've done it and they've told me how much it helped them. Anyways, to close this video out, I appreciate you guys listening. It feels weird to me to be doing these kind of like, I don't know, personal development videos, but I just want you guys to know every aspect of me. Like, I want you to know me as a comedian. I want you to know me as somebody that's sincerely trying to have a good life, as someone who's trying to build a business. Like, these are just the aspects of me. So sometimes it's gonna be funny and other times it's gonna be more serious, but I think I have something to offer also if I'm just being more serious. And thanks for listening, and subscribe, because I'm gonna start posting like way more of this shit. So thank you.